Mirage. Well, Mirage has certainly increased in Season 5 in terms of popularity and effectiveness. For his tactical, we'll look at movement and reposition. I'm going to give this a +1 because if you're trying to rotate somewhere, having an exact copy of you is actually quite effective in fooling people, but only for a split second. It doesn't exactly help you move faster, and again, it only helps you for a split second if you fool somebody, and it does alert you of where they're shooting you from. So for this, we're going to give them a +1 here. For engagement and retreating, this is a +3. Now that is a perfect copy of you, this will fool somebody more than half the time. This will always give you the upper hand, the first shot, the first engagement. It's extremely effective in running too, because your clone can just be off somewhere else, mimicking your movements, looking perfectly real, and this will bamboozle the enemies quite effectively. So for this, we're going to give them a +3 here. Teamwork, this ability does not help your team in any way. This is solely for you. So for teamwork, he gets a 0. Mirage's ultimate has been reworked. And so for movement and reposition, we can actually give this a 2. The reason we can give it a 2 is because every 60 seconds, Mirage can use his ultimate. And this can help you rotate because it is quite confusing who is who. The repositioning is not the best, so we're going to knock this down off of a +3. But it is a valid option to rotate to somewhere using your ultimate. So for now, we'll give it a +2. As far as engagement and retreating, we're going to give this a +3. You can almost always win a fight with your Mirage ult up. This is extremely confusing. It turns you invisible, and then there's copies of you all mimicking you. You can just run in and out of your decoy center, and this causes just mass confusion for everybody involved. So this is a fantastic engagement and fighting tool. So for now, we'll give this a +3. As far as teamwork, it doesn't help your team at all, but it does, because with 12, 9, 10, I don't know how many clones there are, but with all your clones running around, this will draw the attention of enemies, of people getting ready to third party. This can actually work in your team's favor, and so for this reason, we'll give them a +1 here. Now down to Mirage's passive. Personal advantage, +3. He can revive invisible. He can respawn invisible. This almost nearly replaces Lifeline. It's quite similar to Gibraltar. Again, I think that should be removed. Gibraltar does not need a fast pickup. This invisibility on knockdown is sometimes helpful, but with picking people up, it saves you and your teammate. So going over to teamwork, I'm going to give this a +3 as well. I mean, this is extremely beneficial to your team. You can revive invisibly. This is, a better lifeline in a sense. You could argue that this is a 2 because it's not the most helpful. Gibraltar may be better at picking up. Lifeline might be in some scenarios. But still, regardless, this will bring Mirage to an overall score of a 16. With this overall score of a 16, Mirage will be placed into the A category. Shocking. Mirage has definitely changed from a D tier underpowered category into one of the strongest legends of the game. He's extremely viable. You'll see him in all sorts of ranked games, all sorts of pub games. I haven't seen him in too many tournaments or really high level play, but we might see him soon. I think he's fantastic where he is. As far as buffs and nerfs, I think Mirage's ultimate could use a tweak. Every 60 seconds is far too soon. Limiting his ultimate timer, and I think you've got a perfectly balanced legend that is quite effective at his job, not extremely broken or overpowered, but strong in his own respects. And I think that'll make him a balanced legend.